Right now at 5, more witnesses take the stand in Lori Phillips' deadly hit-and-run trial. What they have to say.
And the city of Winona asked for more money to upgrade an important municipal building. What the money is going towards.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Day 4 of Lori Phillips' trial is underway. She's accused of killing her husband Mark in a 2019 hit and run. This morning's testimony came from law enforcement who assisted the investigation. They helped establish timelines and secured video evidence. After the lunch break, friends that were with Phillips and her husband at the dive bar before the incident took the stand. They both said the two were in a heated argument while at the bar and that Mark was very angry and shouting. One friend says she saw lots of bruises on Lori's body the next day. Phillips claims her husband's death was an accident, but prosecutors argue evidence shows she intentionally hit him after a night of drinking and fighting. Coming up at 6, we'll hear testimony from Lori Phillips.
The city of Winona says officers have outgrown the law enforcement center and they have a plan for a new one. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has the breakdown. Jeremy?
Good evening, guys. Small offices, cramped spaces, and non-ADA compliant restrooms top the list of problems for officers working at the Winona County Law Enforcement Center. Now the city of Winona is asking for $26 million from the state of Minnesota and other sources to fix the aging law enforcement center and take on other projects. According to city manager Chad Ubel, half of that money would go towards rebuilding or repairing the law enforcement center. The other half would be used to turn the East End Recreation Center into a community center and remove nitrogen and phosphorus from its wastewater treatment facility. Now, if that number seems high, Ubel says it's for a reason.
Primarily, all of our engineer costs, architect fees, soft costs, and then, of course, construction. It could be used for land acquisition, so if there's property that we don't own.
And the city might need to acquire right there the old Central Grade School as one of the places considered for a new public safety facility. They're also looking at space right next to the fire station. Ken, Emily?
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Well, the region saw plenty of sunshine as compared to some other days we've seen recently.
And it wasn't Mary Poppins windy. It was slightly breezy.
Not too bad.
Depending on where you were, I mean, ridge types, open areas definitely had the wind here. But if you were in the city areas, some areas didn't get quite as much wind, but still it was breezy to windy. Depending on location, temperatures overall were pretty close to seasonal, and we still got basically clear skies, but we have some cloud cover coming in the picture here. Overall, winds have dropped off considerably now. Now we're only seeing it around the 10 to 15 mile per hour range. A little stronger further out west and more open country, but overall it's not too bad. The cold front 1 is further to the south. We do have a little bit of a trough to the north that's going to provide some cloud cover that's going to come into the area overall, and maybe a shower or a snow flurry up towards the north of Ladysmith. But overall, there's your current temperatures. Pretty typical for this time of year, so all in all, not too bad. Bigger picture shows there is a little bit of colder air further to the north. We'll kind of get a little bit of a taste of that tomorrow as that kind of pulls to the south. But for this evening, increasing a few clouds here and there. Overall, upper 30s as we get closer later tonight. Light winds, that's the good story. The winds won't be strong. And then for Eau Claire, too, a little bit more cloud cover getting back down to the mid-30s. But notice the wind turning back around to the northwest, which leads to some cooler conditions for Friday. But for Veterans Day, I'll kind of break down what we're expecting, which is going to be more seasonal conditions, cloud cover, but overall still mid-40s. And then it gets better after that, too.
All right. Greg, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Well, President Biden ordered more airstrikes on targets in Syria. This is in retaliation for attacks on U.S. forces in Syria and Iraq who are carrying out anti-terrorism activities. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
The U.S. carried out airstrikes in eastern Syria on what the Pentagon says was a weapons storage facility used by Iran's Revolutionary Guard.
Mr. President, why did you strike Iran's Revolutionary Guard?
Because they struck us.
And President Biden, you plan to hit them again?
They struck us.
There have been at least 4 more attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since the strike, resulting in what the Pentagon says are a few minor injuries. All of those hurt have returned to duty. From October 17th until now, Iranian-backed forces have carried out 46 attacks on U.S. bases. The Pentagon says it remains concerned about potential escalation in the region. The administration is trying to prevent that while also defending U.S. forces.
We're not looking for conflict with Iran. We've made that very clear, but we'll do what's necessary to protect our personnel be they military or civilian.
These attacks have been on the rise since the Israel-Hamas war began, with about half happening after the first U.S. airstrike in Syria on October 26th.
We have sent a strong signal, not just to Iran, but to other actors in the region, that we don't want to see this conflict with Hamas widen or deepen. And thus far, we haven't seen that happen.
The U.S. has increased its military presence in the Middle East for deterrence, in addition to the nearly 3,500 U.S. service members in Iraq and Syria as part of a coalition to defeat ISIS. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The Pentagon says Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen shot down an American Reaper drone worth about $30 million. The Houthis claim the drone was in Yemeni airspace, but a U.S. defense official says the drone was in airspace over international waters.
The nation's aviation system is under stress as close calls between planes at airports have surged over the last year. There were 23 serious close calls at airports in the 2023 fiscal year. That's up from 16 the year before and 11 from a decade ago. The Federal Aviation Administration, as well as unions for pilots and air traffic controllers, pressed Congress for more money to upgrade technology and hire more staff. The National Air Traffic Controller Association says there are 2,300 fewer air traffic controllers working than there should be. Staffing shortages have meant mandatory 6-day work weeks.
Air traffic control is already a highly stressful profession.
These incidents must serve as a wake-up call before something more catastrophic occurs.
The FAA has conducted 90 runway safety meetings at airports nationwide, and last week announced it will hold 16 additional meetings this year.
Women and men who served in the military were honored this morning during a Veterans Day celebration at the Tomah VA Medical Center. The event included performances by the Tomah High School Band, a presentation of colors, and an honoring of an MIA soldier who was later found. Military honors were rendered by the VFW Post 1382 Rifle Squad. Overall, organizers say the day is about celebrating and acknowledging the freedoms we have today.
Veterans Day is really about honoring all those who have served and thanking them for all of the freedoms that they have fought for all of us.
This year marks the 69th anniversary of Veterans Day. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the bill in 1954, proclaiming November 11th as the official day.
The Dell Family YMCA held an open house to showcase and dedicate their new pool upgrades and locker rooms. The locker rooms had not been renovated since the opening of the building in 1969. According to La Crosse YMCA CEO Bill Soper, these were some much needed upgrades.
So, just trying to keep the facility, state of the art and giving members the facilities they expect to have nowadays.
This project, along with the improvements at the YMCA in Onalaska, were both paid for through a combination of donations and YMCA financing. Membership fees will not change as a result of the improvements.
The corporate headquarters for the Marine Credit Union has gotten a facelift. With more than 75,000 members, Marine Credit Union was founded in La Crosse. They recently completed a remodel on the 4th floor of their headquarters. MCU's CEO says they remodeled the building to make a better working environment for their employees.
Want to give our employees a great place to come. We really believe in creating a great environment here for our employees so they can take better care of our members.
The credit union is located on 2nd Street near Riverside Park.
Achieving a medical miracle.
Doctors have successfully transplanted the first human eye. The details right after this.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices and a free USA flag blanket with any purchase. Plus, get free shipping. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
At Blain's Farm and Fleet, we honor those who have served and sacrificed. To show our gratitude this Veterans Day, we're offering unbeatable deals throughout the store, like 20-pound bags of Blain's brand Cardinal Songbird food, just $17.99. This Dynaglow shop heater, only $169.99. 3 gallons of Picnic turkey frying oil, just $44.99. Plus, now through Saturday, all veterans and active military members get an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Blain's Farm and Fleet. Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
Hey, great big flat screen TV. Why is it so cold in here?
You cold?
You know you can warm this place up, don't you?
Ya kidding me?
Sure. American Home Fireplace and Patio can warm up a rec room, family room, home theater, or man cave with a gas fireplace from Fireplace Extraordinaire, Mendota, wood stoves like Blaze King, Pacific Energy, Lopi. Didn't you know that?
Should I?
Do you always have to answer a question with a question?
Doesn't everyone?
American Home Fireplace and Patio.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that your Touchstone Energy Cooperative honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Christmas is open at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get up to 50% off. Get a great selection of trees, wreaths, garland, and all your holiday decor needs. 'Tis the season for everything Christmas at Home Seasonal Concepts, inside all home furniture showrooms.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's being hailed as a remarkable medical breakthrough. In May, a team of surgeons performed the first ever human eye transplant.
That's right. It was part of a very complicated face transplant after the patient lost most of his face in a work-related accident. On June 10th, 2021, Aaron James accidentally touched a 7,200-volt power line. His left arm had to be amputated above the elbow. He also lost his left eye. The Arkansas native also lost his nose and front teeth, so he agreed to undergo a partial face transplant, including the world's first transplant of a donor's eye. Dr. Eddie Rodriguez and his team at NYU Langone Health spent 21 hours transferring the donor's eye socket, face, and the eye itself to James. A huge challenge was providing blood flow to the transplanted eye.
It was an exhilarating moment to just see that blood supply coming to the retina.
In the 5 months since the eye and face transplant, James has been working to speak again. He still can't see out of his new eye, but doctors say the brain is able to recognize light shined into the transplant. The donor was a young man in his 30s who not only gave Aaron James a chance at a more normal life, but helped 3 other people by donating his kidneys, liver, and pancreas.
The FDA has approved a new drug to help Americans lose weight, and it could hit the market later this year. The drug, called Zepbound, is a new formula of the popular diabetes treatment Mounjaro. Doctors say it works by slowing down digestion by having the brain think the stomach is full, thereby reducing appetite.
Patients using this medication saw weight loss, depending on if you had diabetes or not, anywhere from 16 to 22%. And so they applied for FDA approval, and we have Zepbound.
Common side effects include nausea, stomach pain, and indigestion. Drug maker Eli Lilly says a 6-week supply of the drug will cost over $1,000.
Coming up, actors are celebrating as the longest-running SAG strike is finally over.
The terms of the tentative deal in just a few minutes.
And if you like warm weather, we're in store for probably a good week of 50s, maybe 60s coming up after Veterans Day, which still is going to be pretty seasonal. I'll break down window expected, if we got any rain in the forecast, all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our fall bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy, shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Save big money with these hot deals at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Keep your family safe with a carbon monoxide alarm, just $14.99. Glove up and keep your hands warm while you work with these fleece line work gloves, just $2.99. Plus, a bottle of wood glue is $2.49. Grab a gallon of white vinegar for $1.89. And then spread holiday cheer. These floor mats are $3.99. These hot deals won't last long. Hurry before time runs out.
Save big money at Menards.
It's big, really big. It's the Weekend Furniture Blowout at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. This weekend, for 4 big days, we've slashed prices on hundreds of items store-wide. Sofas, sectionals, and recliners from Flexsteel, Decor Rest, and Smith Brothers. Bedrooms and dining rooms from Daniels Amish and Canadell. Plus the area's finest selection of leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. You'd better hurry. You won't see furniture of this quality at these prices again. The Weekend Furniture Blowout. It's this weekend only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
While there are many unexpected factors that can affect the next growing season, farmers have grown to expect the expected with Rink Seed. Our consistent top-end yields come from strict quality control, trusted technology, and local dealers invested in your success. Rink Seed has been a family-owned and operated business since 1846. More than 175 years later, we still have the highest performing genetics on the market in all environments. Rink Seed.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
Start your holiday shopping with the Holman Locker and Meat Market. Order a double smoked ham, prime rib, fresh turkey, or smoked salmon. Create a custom gift basket. Don't forget the beer and the best beef jerky for your get-together. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, the longest actor strike in history is finally over.
Last night, union leaders voted unanimously in favor of a tentative deal, which they are calling a major victory. The chief union negotiator says details of the tentative 3-year agreement, which striking actors had been fighting for since mid-July, won't be released until tomorrow at the earliest.
SAG says the tentative deal only includes a first-time bonus for streaming, but also provides members protection against the threat of AI.
We intentionally designed, especially our AI protections, to set standards that can actually evolve with changes in the industry. We don't want to see performers replaced. We want to see performers augmented and lifted up.
The studios say they're looking forward to getting back to work. The Producers Alliance says the tentative agreement sets a new standard that includes the largest minimum wage increase in 40 years.
In addition to getting back to work, actors can also start promoting the films and TV programs that they've been working on. So good news for that industry.
Good to have them back, yeah.
Absolutely. And here's looking forward to a couple of extra mild days in our future. The 8-day yesterday, Greg, looked pretty darn good. Please tell me that's still in the cards.
No, it's still. I haven't changed it yet, but maybe down the road we'll change it. But overall, we still got pretty decent conditions like for the next week, and even precipitation. I got precipitation here, but all these chances are very low, but still a little bit of snow showers north of I-94 that'll be up near Ladysmith. We might see the same thing come Saturday night. Once again, these are very light, not going to be impacting anything really. And then maybe showers towards next weekend is when the pattern may start showing some signs of changing, but even that's a little iffy right now. Otherwise, tomorrow will be the coldest day, right around 40 for most areas. We get back to the 40s and 50s this weekend, and next pretty much 50s, and a few couple days we could see some 60s, even low to mid 60s in some areas, so definitely going to be warm. Overall tonight we got the increase in cloud cover with that little system diving south, and once again you see a little bit of a showers up there. Like I said, a sprinkle, a flurry, maybe some of the areas up to the north will see that throughout the night. And then through tomorrow, more cloud cover sinks south, so that's why we're going to see more cloud cover overall for most of Friday. Lighter winds, but northwest winds instead of west winds. And then up to the north, once again, towards the afternoon and evening, you might see once again a sprinkle or a flurry north of I-94. Once again, very light, won't cause much of any issues. South of that, just cloud cover. It'll keep all those temperatures down. We'll start to see a little break in the cloud cover come Friday night. Overall, big picture shows here's that one system coming Friday, and then the one we talked about Saturday night kind of lifts northeast towards the area by about Saturday afternoon. Notice the winds too subtly, so that'll help improve temperatures by Saturday. And then as it pushes up, here's that little bit of precipitation that might form Saturday night going into Sunday. Once again, very light, further north. A lot of areas will probably just see some cloud cover come through, but notice the winds, they change southwest, and then going into Sunday, they turn back around still from the southwest behind this. So that means temperatures will actually start coming back up even more for Sunday. That's the good news. Overall, the big picture shows this whole ridge begins to build across the western area, and it's just going to pull the warm air all the way up through the north. Will be mild. They could even see 80s further in the central plains with this towards Tuesday and Wednesday. Eventually towards Thursday and Friday, we're going to start seeing the cooler air begin to sink south. We're going to see some type of system developing up in the northern plains into the Canada that'll begin to sink south and then push towards the area through Thursday and Friday. And that's when it gets a lot more question marks on exactly how we're going to see any precipitation with this, what the temperature is going to be like, but that's when the change starts to occur. In the meantime, like I said, we're going to see a lot of pink showing up on the map with the temperatures well above average. Through Saturday, it'll start climbing and pushing east and then spreading across most of the Midwest and Central Plains. As you go into Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at potentially 15 to 20 degrees. So once again, you could 60s, even 70s further south with this pattern, and it continues all the way as we go through Tuesday into Wednesday. Most of the eastern half of the country is above average, so that's what we're going to see then as we go on. But in the meantime tonight, we still got the clouds coming in. Overnight temperatures will dip a little bit closer to where we should be, upper 20s, low 30s. Once again, lighter winds, a shower sprinkle north towards Ladysmith potentially. Same thing tomorrow, more cloud cover, so we'll keep our temperatures below average a little bit, around 40, with a sprinkle or shower probably further north, something in lighter winds. But that changes once we get to Saturday. More sun, we get to the mid-40s and then the 50s all the way through next week. And once again, that rain chance way at the end does look fairly small, but should be a very nice week.
All right.
So I didn't change anything
Lovely
yet.
week. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it is much appreciated. Thank you, Greg.
All right, well, when we come back, Ken, do you like green eggs and ham?
I do like them, Sam I Am. I do like green eggs and ham. And hey, an interactive Dr. Seuss exhibit going to be thrilling fans of all ages. We'll take an inside look after the break.
Attention seniors, be safe with your affordable tub-to-shower conversion or enjoy an all-new bathroom. Contact the Ford Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. High quality at lower prices.
Winter is here, and with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff & Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
It's time. Time to get out and rediscover Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. Grab your friends and play for the day, or 2, or 3. It's time for you to win, laugh, and enjoy. Over 650 slot machines, tables, bingo, great rewards, delicious food. Ho-Chunk Gaming, just what you need. Get out again and experience the difference at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls.
Get ready to save some money because it's still going on. The King Furniture Total Renovation Sale with hundreds of recliners, motion furniture, bedroom furniture, and more. All drastically reduced. Over $2 million of quality name brand furniture at incredible prices. Like these Lazy Boy recliners starting at just $299. Queen mattresses starting at $349. Reclining sofas starting at an incredible $699. Do not miss the King Furniture Total Renovation Sale.
Gather the family and join in on Perkins holiday festivities. Here, everyone can go into feast mode. Enjoy our new hand-cut prime rib dinner. Savor our juicy oven-roasted butterball turkey. Then top it all off with the perfect slice of pie. Enjoy time with family and all of your holiday favorites at Perkins. Take home a festive dessert from our holiday bake shop today.
With Bygoff & Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer, you get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Bygoff & Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000.
Or you can always find us at news8000.com. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
The beloved world of Dr. Seuss leaps off the pages and into the real world with a new immersive experience out in Santa Monica, California.
Guests are treated to a Seuss-tacular journey into the world of the famous children's author through an immersive display of some of their favorite stories. The traveling exhibit has 9 rooms featuring specific Dr. Seuss books that are brought to life, allowing guests to interact with iconic characters like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. There's also an art museum that showcases some of the author's original sketches.
Dr. Seuss is one of those authors who has transcended generations in time. There's nowhere else in the country where you can walk into the magical world of Dr. Seuss. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I think if you have ever read a Dr. Seuss book, no matter what age you are going to want to see this.
Dr. Seuss, aka Theodore Seuss Geisel, wrote more than 60 children's books during his decades-long career. Many of those stories were transformed into television specials and movies, appealing to generations of fans around the world. The walkthrough exhibit opens Friday and runs through the beginning of 2024.
And we were discussing this before the break. Hard to remember like the last time I actually picked up a Dr. Seuss book and read it all the way through.
All the way through, yeah. They were pretty long, but I think our consensus was The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Yeah,
was our favorite
just
one.
immortalized on film now too, in both animated realm and of course the Jim Carrey film as well.
Yeah.
So that's a classic.
Good stuff.
All right. Well, we'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back. And of course, Greg will have one more check of your forecast.
It's the Veterans Day sale at Home Furniture, and everything is on sale. Get up to an extra 10% off sale prices and a free USA flag blanket with any purchase. Plus, get free shipping. The Veterans Day sale, now at Home Furniture.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolay Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolay! It's Nicolay! Nicolay Law!
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland. As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face with every meal made just for you.
It really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
My problem was never really my feet. It was always my back. I had had as many epidurals that I could possibly have in 1 year. And that's when Tara at the Good Feet store kept telling me to try her arch supports. The future I can see now. I couldn't see it before. You can't use this.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Goodwill starts with you every time you shop and donate. Your support opens the door to new opportunities and creates possibilities for people with barriers to employment. When you shop Goodwill, you'll find home decor, clothing that fits your unique style, and other one-of-a-kind treasures. You'll also keep items out of the landfill, all while supporting job training, financial coaching, and more. When you shop at and donate to Goodwill, you open doors to possibilities for neighbors in your community. Goodwill starts with you.
For a limited time at Homeworld Rugs, when you buy one rug at sale price, you'll get another rug free with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from, and rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. Buy one rug, get one free. Now at Homeworld Rugs.
All right, more clouds tomorrow. Definitely it'll be the coldest day we've probably had in a while, and probably for the next week. Low 40s. Once again, could be a shower maybe north of I-94 with that. Otherwise, we warm up throughout Veterans Day into next week.
Look at that.
Still loving that 8 day.
Yes.
Greg, thanks very much. And
No
thank you
problem.
all for joining us tonight at 5.
We'll see you at 6.